Go on ahead.
Good evening. How are we all? Hope you're all well. Thanks for coming over and joining us for another. No, I nearly said Battle of the Makers then, but it's not Battle of the Makers, is it? Welcome to another Friday Night Live. Hope you're all well. Thanks very much for coming over and joining us in this nice, warm, hot, sweaty evening. But we'll see what we can do. So, hope you're enjoying the weather. Basically, it's very hot. So anyway, as always, Brian's joining me, and we've got a picture of Terry because I think he's asleep. So anyway, he may pop in later, he may not, but if not, well, he's there in spirit. So anyway, I was going to turn this monster bit tonight, but I changed my mind because then I realised that one for two things. Number one, it's too hot to worry about a big piece like that. Number two, I haven't done my piece for my local club, which is next Wednesday. So we normally copy, or not copy, shall I say? We do a piece to imitate the person who demonstrated the month before, and I haven't had a chance to do mine, so that's what I'm going to do. So it is basically a small platter or a small bowl, sorry, with a bit of texture in the middle, texture on the outside, and just natural on the inside. And I'm not sure, I might colour the back as well, but I'm not sure. Ooh. So I've got a piece of oak on there. It's got a couple of cracks in it, but I'm hoping with the texture in that you won't really see them. So we will see what happens. So I will go over to the lathe. I'm not going to put a smock on because it's too damn hot. And Brian will welcome you in. Anyway, Roy, I think you're well overpriced for 50 quid. I think you're well overpriced. I think more like $12.99. But other than that, that's your call.
$12.95 maybe.
$12.95. Right, where we go? So we want that one there. Right, so piece of oak.
Piece of oak, how big?
I will tell you exactly how big it is. It is 7 inches in diameter by 2 inches thick. So I'll start rounding it up and flatten it off, and then I'm sure Brian will welcome you all in.
I'll do that. Surprisingly, it says on my screen currently, I'm going to refresh it now because it's obviously miles behind. It says there's 5 waiting.
5 waiting?
That can't be right. I'll just quickly refresh my page and see what's happening. If it ever comes back on again. It will eventually. Anyway, I've got a list of who's in. Who is Beer Woodturning?
Don't know, mate.
It's Beer Woodturning, the Swiss Woodturning. I know who that is.
Good evening.
So let's have a go right from the very top. The first in tonight was Alex, the wood butcher, and Malcolm Douglas closely followed him. Fred Gulliver, Andy the Valley Woodturner's in, along with Susie, the Swiss Woodturner, who is currently in England this weekend.
Hi, Susie.
She's staying with Susie and she's staying with Lucy and Andy tonight. And then she's getting passed around the country by the sounds of it. Alan Gibbs in, Des Barnwell, Christy and Michael Heseltine, Ray from RPM Woodworks, Rex B's in, Roy the Boy, the expensive one, Andrew from Wiggy's Woodsheds in, James Crawford, Malcolm Douglas, Mr. Paul Finlay has joined us as well, Dirty Bartlett, Tim from TLF, John Foster, Peter of the Twisted Trees, and last one who came in there when let me get that, scoot that down to the bottom, was Beer. Matthias Beer it is. Hi, Matthias. You know Matthias from the 360 Club, Steve.
Sorry, second.
You know Matthias from the 360 Club.
Yeah. That's who that is it?
That's who it is, yeah. Beer Woodturning.
Oh, welcome,
Swiss
Matthias.
Woodturners, Matthias.
Welcome.
Frederick Day is in, Spirit and Bear are in. Rob from Hodgepodge has arrived, as is Andrew from AGK Woodworks. Mike Walt's in.
Oh no, stand by your beds.
Stand by your beds is right. Rob from Klingspor's in. Thank you very much, Rob. I got a care package today. Very impressed, thank you very much. I'll be giving those belts a bit of a test out over the weekend. I'll do a little video. Fully. Graham Brown is in as well. Loads of people coming in now. So currently we have, why can I not see how many people we've got in? Oh, 58 watching. There we go.
Oh.
Lewis has just joined us. Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis. How you doing, mate? Right.
And young Andy has joined us as well. Oh no, it's Andy.
Oh no, it's Andy.
Oh no.
So I've got a little bit of bark still on there, so we'll just get rid of that with the curving of the bowl. There's a couple of little cracks in this, but I'm hoping I can repair those. So we'll see how it goes.
Indeed. It might end up just a little bit smaller.
Well, I might end up about that big.
Yeah.
Just big enough for the mortise.
That'll do.
So just flat it off. Got on camera so you can see.
Right, the boy says, well, that's my prices. And you have to think about what Saudi football has done it. Yeah. Saudi are not paying woodturners, right? Frederick Day, question. It's so hot in my workshop, the waxes have melted. I was wondering, do they still work? Do I have to wait until they solidify again? I would wait until they solidify, Frederick. We'll end up putting far too much on.
Yeah, put them in your fridge.
Just stick them in the fridge for a while, they'll be grand.
Put them in the fridge overnight, they'll be fine in the morning.
Yeah. And this hot weather, I would just keep them in the fridge, to be honest, if you haven't got a cooled place in the workshop.
Actually, find the centre first, I think. So find a centre.
Norman Grimwell's joined us. Hi, Norman.
Hi, Norman. How are you? I'm going to put.
He says, good evening, everyone. I'm a bit late. I've been pigeon-proofing my solar panels.
Shotgun, mate. No, not shotgun. Air rifle. That's what you want. That pigeon-proof.
Air rifle. Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to put a mortise in the bottom of this because I'm going to put a little bit of decorative in there as well, just to make it look like I've actually thought about it. Like I say, it's only really for my club, but I thought this is only the real time that I've got to do it.
So Peter's made a good comment there. He says, give them a stir, Frederick. Problem with them going liquid is the parts separate.
Yeah.
So give them a stir up, stick them in the fridge. You should be grand. Shane Hurst has just joined us. Hi, Shane.
Hi, Shane. How you doing?
And Mike Wall says, a question for Brian. Could you please speak in English? No, I can't. That's rich coming from a Welshman. Peter Kelly's in.
It's not any
Debbie
Welshman.
Gothard.
It's not any Welshman, is it? It's the Walt.
It's DeWalt.
The Walt.
It's DeWalt. Yeah. All the way from England because he's been banned from Wales apparently. I mean, I'm only just saying what I heard. Whether there's any truth in it, I don't know. Debbie Gothard has joined us. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. How are you? Right, so let's get this shape. So we're going to get some shape on this now. A few pull cuts just to get me a curve, and then we'll bring the tool rest round.
I'm going to go to the overhead. Let's see it come in. The shape developing.
Even the wood's hot coming off the wood.
I'm not in Ireland, Rob. Rob just says, like, because he sent Pete a care package as well. He says, how the hell does it get to Ireland quicker than a place 30 miles up the road? No. We have a real efficient post office service in the north of Ireland, I have to say. Rail Boy says he watched a great demo by Richard Finlay on Wednesday evening at the Ely Club. Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Ian Leach has joined us.
Hi, Ian.
Evening, Ian.
I wish I'd have come down there now to watch him.
Good turner.
Yeah, very much so.
There's Richard.
Right, so last few puts. All right.
Yeah, careful, Steve. You're nearly singing there.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. That will put people off, won't it? They'll all be gone.
Andy wants to ask a question. Says, can you ask Steve if there is any update on the mold saga, or have I missed it?
On the what?
The mold saga.
Yes, I said
rainbow waxes.
I said the other week, didn't I, about it? Yeah, I emailed I can't think of the bloke's name. Terry Smart.
Terry. Yep.
And he came back and said that it's something to do with let me see if I can find the email quickly on my phone. Something to do with the inhibitor they put in the waxes to or the reducer, sorry, not inhibitor, the reducers they put in the waxes, and that causes it to produce fungus, mold, blah blah blah. Terry Smart. So what he said was you really need to keep them in a cool, dry place because the heat doesn't help them. The heat actually helps promote the mold. So this is what Terry's put. The main problem here is regulations. The wax is water-based and contains inhibitors to protect it, much the same as paints do. Sadly, the inhibitors are allowed to be keep. The inhibitors we use allow us. That don't make sense. Inhibitors we are allowed to use keep being reduced in strength to conform with every change in restrictions. Put this together with the waxes being a good medium for mold, it becomes a problem. There are a couple of key factors to limit / prevent this happening. Storage is important. The waxes should be kept in a cool, dry place. Warmth and moisture are not helpful. It is also important to not touch the wax with bare fingers to avoid contamination. I always use a brush for appliance or application, sorry. Failing that, a glove is suggested, which is what I always do. I always use gloves. With regards to the wax you already have, he's just basically going about the waxes is what I can do to get rid of it. But what he said to do is you can use an antibacterial spray to spray on top of the fungus, and hopefully that'll get rid of it. But I sprayed my. I'll show you my red one. I sprayed mine when I got the email, which was a couple of weeks ago, and this is how it's gone again. Can you see that?
Oh God!
That's how it's gone again.
Yeah.
And the green one's and the green one's just as bad. So this is the green one, but I've only got the mold. I've only got the mold on the green and the red. The other two colours are fine.
I think I'll be sending him to Terry Smart.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to be honest.
I think you should.
But yeah, I spoke to Terry, and obviously he knows there's an issue. But you mean you ain't? The trouble is nobody's workshop this weather is going to be cool. So, I mean, everybody's workshop's going to be dry, but it's not going to be cool. So I don't know. I don't know how you overcome it. It's a tricky one. But my issue is the first thing is if anybody who's a woodworker doesn't see any spores in that and they're already starting to grow, but they're not big enough that you can see them, and people use that, are they going to end up with breathing problems? And the second thing is, if you sell a piece to somebody with those waxes on them, are they going to go moldy? And if they got breathing problems, is it going to cause them issues? That's my concerns. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. That's I don't know. You mean they're
in regards to?
Go ahead. No, you're all right.
No, okay. I'll just move on to another topic. Okay, Colin at Dunlinks, in regard to Richard Finlay, he says he's at Leasingham, Terry, Links Turners in Leasingham this week.
Leasingham.
Yeah. He's in Links Turners, Leasingham on a week.
Yeah, that's
a week Tuesday.
Yeah, that's
week and Tuesday.
That's Terry's club.
Yeah. So if you want to come, maybe Terry would feed you before the demo, he says.
I might come down.
What day is that? Tuesday. Tuesday night.
What's the date of that? Did he say the date?
A week on Tuesday.
Week on Tuesday.
So 10 days away, you think. Pete from Twisted Trees is replying to Rob. He says Northern Ireland has a direct post. Bristol has to go via Liechtenstein sorting office. Very good, Pete. And Roy the boy says, you could have had me on tonight if Terry's fallen asleep.
Wow, good, Roy. But you're too
Good,
expensive. You're
Roy.
£50.
Yeah, 50 quid for a night, yeah. Too expensive. Baz is in, real simple thanks. Good evening, Baz.
All right, Baz, how you doing, mate?
And Robert says, in his usual humorous says, those waxes look delicious. And Rob from Klingspor says, what temperature do you define as cool?
Yeah, exactly.
Mike Wall says, don't get those problems with Hampshire Sheen, but Hampshire Sheen don't make that kind of wax. Mr. Walt. That's the soft water-based wax that Right, the boy said wax should melt and not go mouldy. Well, it does, yeah.
They're not a wax, though. That's the trouble. I know they call them waxes, but they're not a wax, are they? Because wax has got a solvent in it.
Pete says jars have screws on the lids, so they are more protected than wax pieces that is exposed, sadly. It's the 19th, Colin says.
Right, okay.
For that demo, so put in your diary.
I might come down, Colin.
Definitely worth the watching. Archie's in. He says, good evening from Ochil Woodcraft in Scotland.
Hi, Archie. How you doing, bud?
Good man, Archie. Thanks for coming in. Oh no, it's Andy says, I'm trying to do this Oriental themed thing piece. Says I'm looking up the Chinese for firewood. Very good, Andy. But Baz at Real Simple Thing says, what have I missed? What's mouldy? Did you not miss Steve just showing you the
cheesecake?
The rainbow waxes. That's kind of, yeah. It looks like a bad cheesecake, to be honest.
There you go. This is the first one.
There you go. That's the rainbow waxes from Chestnut Products.
Rainbow wax.
Now, Steve's got a red one and a green one, which has gone mouldy.
But,
and I mean, it is seriously mouldy.
But my blue, the blue I've got, is spotless.
Yep.
And the turquoise one is spotless. So if that was cross contamination, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Rob the Prof is in. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
It's a dreadful day here. Oh, no. It's a dreadful day here. Mr. Fox came calling last night and decapitated all but one of our beautiful hens. See them foxes, need shooting. There's no doubt about that.
Mr. Fox.
Joe Senior's in. Good evening, Joe.
Hi, Joe. How are you? Mr. Fox needs to be chewing on a little bit of lead, I think.
He does. I agree. It can become expensive trying to fox-proof a chicken run, I have to say.
Mm.
But chickens shouldn't be contained in a run anyway. They should be able to run free.
Just run faster than the fox.
Anybody else done anything Oriental-wise this week? I've done 3 or 4 pieces.
I had a Chinese Sunday night.
Still working on one, yeah. Mike Wall says, oh, forgive me, Brian. I stand corrected. Stands in the corner in shame, just as it should be. Quite right. Face the wall. Don't be turning around, just face the wall. You can come out, Mike. It's all right. I wasn't really upset. Robert says someone's probably got the red and green confused for salsa and guacamole. and Colin Elizabeth has joined us. Good evening, Colin. Andy says, did Brian give you those waxes? And did he sneeze in them before parting with them? No, Brian tried one of the colours, and the rest of them were probably unopened, I think.
No, I think they were. I think they were all unopened. Yeah, other than one, I think.
Yeah, I just couldn't get used to them at all. It just
well, I don't understand it because I always use gloves when I never touch it with my fingers. I always use gloves. and I always wipe I clean the glove finger that I use in between colours. So
But it's
surely,
funny, yeah, but it's funny how it's only the two and they're not all contaminated because,
yeah,
you know, because you have done that bowl with all the colours on it.
yeah, I always use all the colours together when I do that bowl. Yeah.
Exactly. Right, the boy says, I'm back to the chicken team. He says, my son has 2 chickens and a fridge full of eggs. And Robert Brockwood has joined us. Or Botwood, you should say.
Hi, Robert.
And Brian with a Y is in. Good evening, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Alan Gibbs is asking Archie where he's based. And Alan Gibbs in Clackmannan. I love that word, Clackmannan.
Where's that? Scotland?
Oh, no. I'm not even going to answer that. The cheek of you. You're Norfolkian. Ian Leach reminds me of an old Jasper Carrot joke about a swivel chair and a double-barrel shotgun. Oh, okay. Oh, Rob the Prof says he's just finished my all stitched up piece at the moment. That's the 360 Club thing.
Oh, of course.
Alan Gibbs just timed out Mike Walt.
Who has? Who has?
Alan Gibb.
Why?
Alan Gibb. I have no idea. No, Alan Gibb was timed out by Mike Walt for 300 seconds. I have no idea why.
What's he timed him out for?
I have no idea. I need to have a look at the message. Mike deleted it. That's the Archie, where are you based? I'm in Clackmannan. It's Mike timed him out. Oh, dear,
That's
Mike.
a bit unnecessary, Mark.
Archie says, hi, Alan. I'm in Bannockburn. I should time you out now.
Wrong button. Give him a little bit of power. Give him a little bit of power, don't you? Eh?
Yeah, no. Mike says, oops, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. It's easy done. I remember Jennifer did it one day and she was apologising for about 3 weeks afterwards. It was funny. Robert of the Botwood says, I have 3 colours gone mouldy.
Oh, all right. What colours do you had go mouldy? Have you had the red and the green go mouldy as well?
Which colours, Robert?
I've got a good mind to colour that with that pattern in there.
Why not?
I'm going to put a little bit of texture in the bottom of that first.
Right, the boy says, you just can't get the staff, Steve. Mike, if you have butterfingers. Oh, dear. Well, here's a question from Rob from Klingspoor. Does anyone use the white discs for sanding, or do you prefer them over plain discs? Wait a minute, hold on. White discs for sanding.
I've got white discs. I've got some white ones there.
What kind of white discs?
These ones.
The white discs not polishing.
No, they're for sanding.
What grit are they?
400 grit, that is.
400?
I've got 240, 320 and 400 in it. They're just a different make.
Who makes them?
I don't know. They come from Simon Hope.
Change the camera.
Oh, yeah. Let's change the camera. They come from Simon Hope ones. Them ones did.
Oh, okay. I've never seen them before.
So, Robert Sorby texturing tool. Just going to put a little bit of texture in here, about 500 RPM. Just a little bit in here, really, to make it look like we've actually thought about it.
Colin King has just joined us this evening, Colin.
Hi, Colin, how are you?
I don't remember Colin King. That's not a name I hear very often.
So I'm just going to put a little bit on this edge as well, I think.
Malt Shop 62 is Colin King. Very good. And Robert says green, aqua, blue. Can't remember the other one.
Put a little bit in there. And then we'll just put a little bit on this edge.
Change the camera, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good job, your hair.
It is a bit. You think you're getting out of practice? Like that.
Probably you don't do it for 2 weeks and you forget.
Yeah. Dances with Aardvark is in. Good evening, Mike.
Right, so just a little bit of texturing. So one colour, I think I'm going to go with sky blue.
So Benjamin's just said, Rhino Abrasives come in both red and white, and I've never had a good answer for the difference. Well, I have no idea why the difference either.
Right, I'll show you.
Aluminium and something else, is it?
Where's the packet? These are the ones that I use. Salt, are they? SAIT.
Oh, here you go. Rob was just explaining. Stearite. That's what it is.
Yep.
What the white discs are coated with stearite, which is like talcum powder. It's designed to stop anything sticking to them.
Anti-clog.
I've had people say the coating gets into the wood and ruins coatings. Oh,
don't know about
can't
that.
say. Buzz from Real Simple Things says, Steve, are you an RPT yet?
No Baz. People like me don't become RPTs.
Yeah, white Scotch Brite are for polishing, Lewis. I knew that. But thanks for highlighting it.
No, them ones came from Simon Hope, Rob. Right, so one colour, sky blue I'm going to put on it.
Sky blue.
Sky blue. So I'm going to get
something I don't use enough is blues. I need to do something with blues on it.
Cool. It's black outside.
Yeah, it's starting to get dark now, yeah.
Right, so get some gloves on.
Yep, Alan Gibbs says a question that he remembers. I had them go mouldy. Colours were green and red.
Yeah.
There you go. Same as Steve's.
So there must be a problem with the green and reds, really, if everybody's saying.
Appears to be.
Right, so.
72 people watching.
Wow, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Excellent.
So sky blue. I basically just want to put a bit of colour on here to enhance some of that grain pattern, really. Because it's quite a nice.
Mike Walt just says, I never have a problem. Basically because my finishes are rubbish anyway. Don't stop underestimating yourself, Mr. Walt. Your finishes are fine. Especially the three-piece finishes.
Your finishes are fine, it's just the turn in between that's the problem.
White Scotch Brite is the nylon web, but no abrasive, so great for getting insects off your windscreen and cleaning your tropical fish tank. Yeah, I remember using it as having to buy the great big pads for the floor polishers, and the white ones were for polishing. Same stuff, basically. Roy the Boy says, Steve, you can have a night off with Plum if you want.
Thanks, Roy. So a little bit of blue, just let it dry, then I'll perhaps give it another coat, or maybe not, I don't know yet. Also, I just want to enhance some of this.
Doug is in. Doug from Pole Barn Productions is in. Hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug. How you doing, mate?
It's a while since I've seen Doug in a life. Lewis says, he's a reply to Mike. He says, your finish might be rubbish, Mike, but you have no equal when it comes to taping. This is true, of course, Lewis. Mike is the taping expert.
The taping king. He's got his own shares in duct tape and Gorilla.
Yeah, he's not supported by any of them, of course, but no matter. Archie says, I went out and had a look in the workshop. It's green and blue, but it also had buffet wax. I've never heard of that.
No.
And it's also went mouldy. Interesting. It's maybe just the rubbishy, rotten weather we've had over the summer. You know, the damp we had?
Yeah, but mine's been mouldy for a long time, isn't it?
Oh, has it? Okay.
Mine's been mouldy since, must be April, May time. May time.
But I was just thinking, we had it really hot then in June, didn't we? And then it's been damp ever since. And then this little heat wave now.
But all I can say to you, all of you guys who have got the same issue, take some photographs, email them to Chestnut Products so they know there's a problem.
I think so. Yeah, everybody should be reporting. Take a picture, send an email to Terry Smart at Chestnut Products. Pete from Twisted Tree says to Mike, think to get mold to grow, you need to open the jars first. That's probably right, Pete. You know what Mike's like and with colour.
Where's my hot air gun?
Funny.
Oh, don't tell I left it in the car from last night. I'm back
You
in
don't need a hot air gun, surely. Just spin the lathe up, there's plenty of hot air. Doug from Polmar says, that needs some purple, Steve. See, purple and plums close together. Right, the boy says, I think I should take my bread back with the mould after 6 months. Well, what do you think? I think maybe not. If you're daft enough to have left the bread out for 6 months, you better just feed it to the birds, or maybe just landfill it because it's spit all it's fit for.
Good job I went out there. My car was still wide open. The boot of the car was still wide open.
Oh, look. Mike Watt says he's got to go. Have a great evening.
Oh,
Well,
Mike. Something we said.
See you later. See you later, buddy.
See you later, mate. Thanks for coming in.
We'll miss you. Not.
Of course we will.
Ono Sandy says, mine's been mouldy for years, Rips. I mean, no exes forget anything I said. Stop it.
Just dry this. And then
Colin says, I missed the start. Is the wood ash?
No, it's a piece of oak, mate.
It's a piece of oak, is correct. Rob from Klingsport says, it needs a touch of yellow and black and it will be perfect. Well, there's yellow and black in the heat gun there, it'll be grand.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, you've just banned me. I know you're
beeping
leaving.
Off.
Thanks. Now you're leaving. Thanks.
Right, so let's just denib that. Take the grain back down because as soon as you put a little bit of moisture on it, through the colour, the grain will rise a little bit.
Can do. Mike says, reminds me of Rick Neal and the young ones drinking the mouldy cup of tea out of the sink, spitting out and saying, needs more sugar.
Right, so
yellow would go better, would go green on that blue though. It would, you're right.
It would, but I ain't getting no other colour than one. Uno colour, that's it. That's all it's getting.
Yeah, Uno colour. Oh no, there's a daddy long legs or a crane fly in my office. This is not good.
Right, so a bit of white embellishing wax. Just to enhance.
Rob says, this would be my response if Steve emailed me about mould. It's okay, we don't charge you for that.
It's not a problem with to me, it's not an issue. Well, it is an issue. But the biggest problem is health problems for people with breathing problems. You've got to remember the woodturning world is a lot of old people.
Oh, what? Less of the old you.
Well,
That's enough of that. Oh, old people. What do you mean old people? There's nobody old in this chat. Nobody.
Okay. Can I have a pair of glasses like you got, please?
Not even me.
All right, so we're just going to buff that off with a clean piece of tissue.
Robert from Hodgepodge says, you could spray some lacquer on that board, protecting your lathe, and sell it as a fancy galaxy picture.
I know. That side's better. That side's better.
Oh, look at that. Fabby. Andrew from Wivy Wood says it. Oh God, some of these guys are just. Where do you think these up? Has anyone ever complained to you, Rob, that you've put the abrasive on the wrong side of the paper? And Andy's about to get timed out. He just said, Brian makes us all seem young.
Oh.
I'm only 26, Andy. I don't know what you're raving about. I don't care what it looks like from your side. William Kenny's just joined us. Good evening, William. Where have you been? There's that crate fly. It's on my screen. Get off of here. Get
Right,
out.
William, how you doing, bud?
Managed to capture the crane fly. Now throw it out the window. Out.
And I'll come in the door when Michelle comes home.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle's home. Michelle's not working this week. She's off this week.
So there we go. Just a bit of text, slight texturing, bit of white embellishing just to enhance it. So that is the bottom. I'm going to try. Got that crack in there, so I might try and get most of that crack out of that when we turn it over, but we'll see how it goes. What is it when you turn over, always turn your hands black?
I don't know.
Nasty old stuff. Look, turn my palms black, look.
Rob says he's not had anybody mention the sandpaper on the or the sand on the wrong side of the paper, but have had several people say I wanted a 1-inch bore, not a 25.4 mil.
Oh,
it
no.
won't fit.
Look what I've done.
Well, I think it might.
Look what I've
You
done.
broke it.
No, I've made the mortars too small.
It's too small.
Oh my god! Only that's a nuts. Oh, that's on.
Use smaller
That's
cup.
on. That's on.
Was it?
It's a nuts.
With a little bit of
General persuasion.
you could have used a smaller chop.
I know, but oh yeah, but then
Your SC2 would fit.
that'd been open too far then.
Your
Wouldn't it?
SC2 would fit. No, probably not. Your SC2 would have fit.
But anyway, it's on there.
It's only a wee small boat.
It's on there now. It's on there now.
Robert from Hodgepodge says it's the tannins in the oak that cause your hands to go black, similar to ebonizing.
I have the same problem with these skirtings and all that. Right, so let's turn this off. Get a bit closer if we can. That's better. Right, so we're going to face this off. Try and get rid of a lot of that crack.
How deep is the crack? How deep is the crack? How deep? Not be too deep, I wouldn't think, is it? Andy's just said, you get an RPT doing that, Steve.
What's that?
You mean making the mortars the wrong size?
That's why I'm not an RPT.
Don't think it matters, Andy. Don't stress. Rob says, I was just about to do a thumbs up to. Not so sure now.
Say again.
Rob from Klingsport says, I was just about to do a thumbs up, but I'm not so sure now.
Well, you please yourself, mate. Right, so we need to leave a wide rim on this because I need to put a little bit of texture on the rim to highlight that. And I need to leave a little dimple in the middle and texture that as well. So let's turn some of this out.
You go leave a dimple.
In the middle, yeah. A little raised bit in the middle. Oops. Helps if you do your tools post up.
Yeah. It's certainly advisable. Not so bad on a flat piece like that, but if it was an out
You know what, mate?
if it was an old raggedy edge piece, it might have made a difference, but with the smooth pieces, it's not such a disaster. But it's always good to lock your tool rest. Mike from Dances Harvard says, I've been making iron gall ink this week. No idea what that is. Iron gall ink.
Yeah.
He says it's an interesting process. Have you done a video so as we can see it? Mike, that might be a good there you go. I've got a strange dog staying in my house this evening. No, it's not strange. It's Michelle's sister's dog. She's away in England, so the dog is staying with us this evening. She's kind of running about like a mad thing.
Yeah. She's enjoying the freedom.
Yeah, she's. Andy says, I've just been printing some feet for my sculpt front S9. Mike says, sorry, no video, but there are ones already. Oh. Okay, so we'll have to look that up then.
Right, let's check.
That's a really good depth gauge here, Steve, I have to say.
What's that?
Your finger.
Finger. Works, doesn't it?
Hmm.
It's been used for centuries, mate. Not that particular
Yep.
finger, but...
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure about that either. You know what to say. Doug says that's some dusty, dry oak, Steve. It is a bit. It's all over the back of your hand there.
She's a bit... very dry. Very dry.
Rob says he's been engraving stainless steel drinking bottles today. Very good. Oh, and Ruby Claire's joined us. Good evening, Ruby.
Oh, Ruby. I'll do. Just shame about that crack. I'm going to leave it, I think. I think if I try and mess with it, it's going to be
Where is
worse.
set crack? Show me set crack. Can we just give it a
There.
taste of super glue to keep it there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just stick a little tiny bit in it. I think a little bit of brown, I think. Just to try and hold it.
I'm sitting here trying to practice drawing Japanese maple leaves.
Who's that?
Me. That's what I'm doing now. Whilst I'm watching you, I'm practicing drawing Japanese maple leaves. And I'm not very good at it.
Well, practice makes perfect.
Andy's got to go. He says, I'll catch you later. Thanks, everybody.
See you
Bye,
later,
Andy.
Andy.
Take it
Thanks.
easy, buddy.
Thanks for coming over, mate.
William was turning today. He's turning some wet wood. He says, turned a piece today and got a shower in the process.
Huh.
He actually turned 2 great big pieces. He's underestimating his own talent there. Turned 2 huge pieces. Uh-oh. Doug at Polban says, you got to use UV resin in that.
Yeah, good.
Or Starbond, whichever.
Got a bit of Starbond in it. I'll give it a couple of seconds just to dry off a little bit.
Arceus just says, brown CA, where do you get that? Starbond.
Starbond do brown and
They
black.
do. They do.
Brown and black, look.
There's another one of those crane flies in here. How did they get in?
It's the same one, mate. It's come through a letterbox.
No, it's not. Yeah, came through a letterbox. Pretty strong if we lift the back off my letterbox. The Starbond indeed do brown CA.
Yep.
You can make your own brown CA. Just use CA with a little bit of
Coffee granules.
Coffee granules, or even you could add some a brown stain to it.
Just make sure it's dry. Yep. So just trim this edge off.
Good.
So we just need to do a little bit with that. So I'm going to bring in a small
Yeah,
bowl gouge.
Doug suggests that the brown hides it nicely in the most woods, and the black will look like spalting lines. It does indeed.
Use a spindle gouge on there, right?
Black is very good for joining captive rings if you want to make them into, you make them out of like spalted beech or something. You can split it on the spalting line and rejoin it when you interlock the rings. Nobody will ever know.
That's cheating, isn't it?
Yep.
Oops.
It's the only way I know to make interlocking rings.
Right, so just a little bit on there. Let's just get that a little bit closer. Oops, not like that, Steve.
That's too close.
Just a little bit too close.
Stop the lathe. Stopping the lathe before moving the tool rest is always advisable.
Right.
John Scarborough's joined us. Good evening, John.
All right, John, how you doing?
And Doug says it's only cheating if you get caught. This is true, Doug.
Right, so get this sanded up. On the inside, just quickly sand this up. I'm going to colour that bit there and the rim black. And I'm going to put a little bit of something around the outside just to make it look a little bit prettier.
Something.
Yeah, I really want a bit of texturing on there, really, but I don't know what to do on there. Don't know.
Big Robert Sorby texturing tool?
Yeah, I was thinking more texturing with like a Dremel or something.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. That would do. Frederick has just been out to his workshop to collect the waxes, and it's 27 degrees C in the workshop still.
Yeah, it's 32.5 in there, 32.4 in there.
Oh, roasting.
Right, so let's get out the rotary tool. Power. That's the power cable.
And Colin from Tunlink says that grain looks a bit like a tree.
That what, sorry?
It does. The grain, if you turn your bolt completely upside down, so sort of up to the other way around, there, looks like a bit of a tree.
What, here?
A big up leg, yeah.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It does. Looks like a bit of a palm tree or something.
Dude.
Question, is the hashtag week is open to suggestions? Question, the hashtag week is it open to suggestions? Well, we have a list for a considerable while, but if you've got a suggestion, yeah, let's hear it, Andy. Rob, sorry. Let's hear it.
Let's see that one. No, that one.
But we hope it kind of sorted out for about the next
6 years.
18 months.
6 years. Trouble is, we all sat there one night and just said, "Oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?"
We did, yeah. Picked out loads of things. But we can always slip something in the meantime if you come up with a good suggestion, Rob. Go for it. Let's hear it. Or if you want to keep it a secret, just send it to me in a message and we'll have a look at it.
Right, so that's...
Roy the boy said his workshop was 48 degrees.
Wow.
Oh, that's right. It's only 17.33 recurring in Doug's today. Rob says, "Oh, okay. I have time to think it over then." You do, Rob. But drop us a line if you think there's something that we're moving on to from real beginner stuff on to kind of intermediate stuff. There are some things that are a little bit more challenging now. But we'll stick in the odd beginner's thing as well, just in case there are new people coming in.
And it needs to be something there
That's
where people haven't got to buy something they might have laying around.
Yeah.
That they can do it with.
We tried to do it with using limited funds, let's put it like that. We're trying not to buy expensive bits of wood or anything like that. The only reason we started it was just to try and give, because sometimes you kind of get like turner's block. You get out in the workshop and think, I'm going to turn today. It just gives people something to focus on for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's a great little bar, that pear-shaped, or
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it.
Teardrop.
It's a cracking little bar. Yeah. Dr. Bob's in. He says it's 20 degrees in Detroit.
Hi, Dr. Bob.
It's 20 degrees quite a lot in Detroit. And Robert off the Botwood says he's not been in his workshop for 3 days. It's that hot. I've been avoiding cutting the grass for the last 3 days, and I actually had to go today, but I couldn't finish it. It was just too warm on the tractor. It was roasting. Andrew says, how about creating a knitting needle from a 3x3 just using Klingspor abrasives?
Who's sponsoring that one then?
Yeah, must be Rob, I take it. Rob's just said, okay, Bryce, I'll send you some ideas I've been thinking about. Good man, Rob. Input is always acceptable. John Scarborough says, unfortunately, I've not been in my workshop for a few months. I had a bathroom and kitchen to rip out and refit. That's just quite essential, John. You kind of need a kitchen, and it's pretty well essential that you have a bathroom too, really. Ruby says it's 20 here today, but that the last 3 days were close to 40. Boy, that's too hot. Too hot. You know, this is starting to look like a crust of a pie.
What?
The rim of this bowl is starting to look like the crust of a pie.
I was a steak and ale, we'll be alright.
Which is lovely. Whoa, don't steak and ale pie. Well, I can just go one of them now, actually.
Homemade steak and ale pie. There's a pub down the road from us, they do homemade food.
Do they?
And they do a wicked steak and ale pie. And it's got short crust on the top, not that bloody old puff stuff.
Oh no, I like puff pastry. I like puff pastry. Short crust's okay, don't get me wrong, but I prefer puff.
Short crust soaks up the gravy better.
I don't. Mike says it reminds me of a Jeep tire. I think it's quite pretty. Or a tractor tire even. Well, my tractor tires don't look like that. Steak and ale pie, new potatoes, peas and gravy, and a pint. Shut up, Rob. Just me. If there was a pub handy that I could go and get steak and gravy pie, I would be off. Or steak and ale pie even. I'm sitting here starving. I'm fading away to a shadow. Not. John Scarborough says, question, has it got pastry all the way around though, Steve? Has it got a pastry bottom?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say, John?
No, it's in a
It's just a lid.
In a glazed pot. We get local butchers do steak and ale pies, and they're pastry, short crust pastry all the way around.
Rob says, stick that in your Dremel. It makes a great carving tool. Yeah, it does. I have 4 or 5 of them, and these are the fine ones that Steve's using, I think, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
A fine car, yeah. And even that eats the timber. I have a big 1-inch ball that you have to work because it's 6mm. It has to go in a drill basically, but it chews the timber. Alan Gibb says, Steve, that's a great wee tool. What is it? It's a micro motor from Woodturning.
Yeah. Actually saw him last night.
Did you?
Yeah, he was at the demonstration I was doing last night.
Yeah, cool.
I asked him where any free products were. He just laughed at me. I don't know why.
Any free products? Yeah, he's not keen on giving stuff away. Oh, Len's handcrafted wooden signs is in. Good evening, sir.
Right then.
Oh, Rob from Klingsville says, sadly, I have to admit, they are better than our carbide bars. Oh. They are good, I have to say. I have some carbide bars. I don't have any Klingsville ones, I have to say, Rob, but I do have some cheap Chinesium carbide bars. Chinesium? They certainly outperform them. Chinesium, yeah. That's the new description for everything that comes from China. Chinesium. So they far outperform any of those that I've got for sure.
Alright, so get this quickly sanded up.
Although I tell you what I did buy, I bought a set of diamond sort of carving files. Cheap Chinesium again, and they're absolutely fine.
Yeah. Thing is with files, the thing is with files and that, you might as well buy good ones because they last so long anyway. They'll outlive all of us.
True.
If you buy a good set, yeah, okay, they're going to cost you 80 to 100 quid, but they'll last forever.
I just bought a cheap set of microfiles. For all the time I'll be using them, I'm sure they'll be fine. I must get a list of Klingsville products. I have to have a look on their website, actually. Oh, sauce for brazen disc. Everything.
Alright, so look at that. Who's doing those, Rob? Already from years ago.
I watched the very first Klingsville woodworking video today.
Is it an old one or?
It will be if it's the very first one, I'm sure. Archie says, how did Steve get on with the Chinese cutters?
Chinese cutters? I had no Chinese cutters. That was Brian who had the Chinese.
I had Chinese cutters.
The carbides.
And they're not wonderful. Tend to burn the wood rather than cut it. John Scarborough says, question, part of my garage workshop is underground and subject to severe damp. It's not doing my tools a world of good. Does anyone any advice on internal tanking? But beyond my scope of expertise, I'm afraid. Steve might have an answer for that.
To tank it, you really want to go to a professional company and buy the proper stuff. Don't buy the stuff you can buy online because it'll be cheaper, but it won't work. Buy the proper stuff and do it properly. Either that will get a company in to come and tank it for you, and then you'll get a guarantee with it. I know it's going to cost you more money to have a company do it, but at least you will get a warranty with it.
The hobby turner's just joined us. He
Hi,
says,
Adrian.
"Hi guys, long time no see."
How are you, mate?
Guys and girls. Come to think of that, where's Lucy? Lucy and Susie.
Yeah, they're not very drunk by now.
Yeah, probably. Doug from Polbar says, "When I watch mine, I wonder why people even followed me back then. Yeah, indeed, Doug. I know this. I know that feeling. But sure.
I quite often go back and watch my first video because that makes me feel good. Then at least I've learned something.
I've learned something. Yeah, mine's still up there. I mean, because when I first started the channel, I wanted to have it as a record of where I began and where I've got to. That's why they're all still up there. But I mean, some of it is pretty horrendous. But anyway, it's all history, and we shouldn't be erasing history. Just learn from it. No call to erasing.
Be there for the next 4 generations to view it and go, "Oh my god,
well,
what on earth was they thinking? Look at the clothes they were wearing."
Yeah, why is he wearing that rubbish?
Why do you have his hair cut like that?
Yeah, why is that idiot wearing red shoes? Right, the boys just put a YouTube.com. Watch Clint's full new video. Okay.
Right, paintbrush. Let's get a brush. So a bit of sand and sealer. Gonna put it on with a brush around the outside.
That's the USA video, Roy, apparently, according to Rob. I've just looked up the UK website. I've seen the carbide burrs. There's an HF 100 inox and an HF 100 set.
What, for me?
No, I wonder what the difference are. I'm just looking on their website. They've got everything under one roof, that's right. Everything. Drill bits, wire brushes, the retail range, backing pads, non-woven products, Chrome Flex grinding discs, flexible abrasives, rolls, belts, fiber discs, quick change discs, abrasive mops, abrasive mop discs, everything. A whole pile of stuff. If you're needing any abrasives, copy, paste. There's the website. Go and have a look for yourselves, guys. Have a look. Make Rob's day because he's got children to feed, you know. Yeah. The American website does have a lot more stuff than the UK site does. Rob the Prof says, I'm off to see Emma Cook at North Links Club on Monday.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Emma's a brilliant demonstrator.
You're in for a treat.
I only wish I could demonstrate as well as Emma. She is excellent. She came to our club in Northern Ireland here and she started at about 9:15, 10:50, talking. And by 5 o'clock in the evening, she had done 6 different projects and spoke all day. She's such a good demonstrator that nobody needed to ask any questions. She demonstrated everything and every technique she used, almost to perfection, I would say.
And she'll tell you why she's doing that technique as well.
She does. Tells you how and why. Rob says we do 4,950 stock items and 50 50 50,00. I'm not sure what that means. Made to order products. Wow. That's a big range of products. Yeah, Hoppy Turner says, ask Emma if she still does the challenge as a part of her show. And I don't remember her setting a challenge for anything. Oh, 50,000, says Rob. He's just left out a zero. So 50,000 made to order products.
Wow, that's a lot of products.
That's amazing. Yes, a lot of products, yeah. That'll be specialist to industry products, I'm sure. This little bowl is looking rather nice.
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah, I like the kind of serrated look on the rim. Quite like that.
You mean my pie?
Rob says it is a lot, but every day I get asked for something we don't do. That's almost a cert, Rob, isn't it? Almost a cert. Yeah, Robert Butwood says, Brian, I have a wife that talks like that. Like what? Oh, like Emma, you mean? All day.
All day, all night. Wake up in the morning. Wake up in the morning. They're still breathing. They're still taking a breath to take the next word.
Yeah. It's a bit like Mike Walt when he starts on his lives as well. He doesn't take time to breathe. I'm sure he breathes through his skin. Because he doesn't have to take time to take a breath.
Right, so I want a little bit of black around the rim and a little bit of black around that middle bit. So I'll use a bit of gesso for that.
All right, okay. And Roy Boy said she did a challenge at Ely last year at the all-day demo. What was the challenge, Roy?
See if anyone
just tell us. She did a challenge. You need to tell us what the challenge was. Emma has been really busy with demos this summer, I have to say.
Yes, really, really busy.
You're not so shabby yourself, Steve. I come and think of that. You've been doing a lot as well.
I have. I got 3 this month.
There you go.
I enjoy them. I love demos. I think they're great. Last night was absolutely excellent.
Oh.
Right, so a little bit of gesso.
We've got gesso?
Yeah, a little bit of black gesso.
Black gesso. €5.50 for a pack of 10 Velcro sanding discs. Says William Kenny. I'll have to do something about that, William. And Stephen the Wood has joined and says, question, hi all, and why isn't everyone watching the rugby? Because it's only France and New Zealand that's on. Who cares?
You can watch the rugby if you want to, Stephen.
So he said hi and bye. He's away again.
So this is going to be a challenge now to try and get a nice neat line around this. With that serrated.
Rob has said that DJ Evans is the place for abrasives. But he's getting it shipped into Ireland. I mean, it kind of has to come to me first. I'll take it down, William. Shouldn't say that live on YouTube, should I, really?
Why, is there a law against it?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Why?
Because it's another country. It's the whole Brexit nonsense. Don't get me started. Mark at Turnigan Krafts is in. Good evening, Mark.
Oh, Mark.
It was looking like a nice piece of a pie, but now it looks like you've burnt the edge. You've left it in the oven too long, buddy. Rob from Klingspor says €5 should get you about 50 discs. No, sorry, not in the carpentry store in Dublin, it doesn't.
That might be what you sell them for, Rob, but
If that's the case, I might have to become a supplier in the north of Ireland here. Hobby Tunnel Brian, my partner made a tatting Christmas tree item. A tatting Christmas tree item, I don't know what that means. And then we challenged Emma to make a stand for it. It was lovely. I see. She was going to add a challenge for her day's demo. Okay. So you have to challenge her to do something.
oh, I see.
She wasn't setting a challenge. I see what you mean. Fred Oliver says, have to go. Good night, all. Good night, Fred.
See you later, Fred. Thanks for coming over.
Have a great weekend, buddy. Robert Kleinspor said, damn it, Steve. I told you to get that out of the oven 20 minutes ago. Oh, dear. Cloth, Brian. Cloth? Right? I don't know what you mean by cloth, Brian. Robert Klingspor says Mark sells them for that. What, 50 discs for €5? That's all right.
Yeah, but that's his used ones, Rob. It's not new ones.
I don't think it's as bad as that. Barry's Wood Creation says, I've just popped in to say hi, all.
Hi,
Good
Barry.
evening, Barry.
How you doing, bud? My chaperone last night, he was.
Oh, no. Was he looking after you?
He was.
Good man. Wurzel says, I've just ordered from Mark today. Good job.
Struggling to see that with that light.
See, the hobby turners now, you see, this is what happens when you're late. It says, question, I missed it. How did Steve make the pie crust edging? See, I told you it was like pie crust. He used a carbide burr on his micro motor tool. You could use a Dremel, of course. Benjamin says, you get 50 discs, but they're all 360 grit. Graham Brown says, got to go by Graham. Didn't even know Graham was in. Dances with Albert, flame burr and a micromotor Adrian. Did I not just say that? I think I did. Rob from Klingspor says, very, very soon, Brian, our net 150 mmx 10,000 rolls will be available. So you can laser your own. I'll have some of them, Rob. I'll laser my paper, sandpaper that I've got now. I mean, the competitor who shall remain nameless of yours, I bought a huge amount of, because I was finding it difficult to get a decent price, so we kind of clubbed together, and 5 or 6 of us bought a job lot from a supplier. But I'll be interested to see them.
Got to try and get a nice line on there now.
Yeah, that's the hard bit.
Especially with gesso, because it dries before it gets all the way around, doesn't
it? Yep. Sometimes the better option is to put the gesso in and then cut the line.
That's what I'm thinking.
You could put just a little highlight right around the inside of that, just. Use a point tool or something.
Trouble is, you need the brush wet enough, but you don't want it too wet, so...
Yeah. It starts spraying off the other side.
That's good enough. I've got enough gesso to last me a blooming lifetime. That's what you give when you ask your kids to go and get you a small tub of gesso.
Wouldn't they bring you a 5-litre container?
Oh, it brought me a kilo. Is that a kilo? A litre.
God.
A litre.
A litre bottle, yeah. It's huge, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You use a thimble. Well, not even a bloody a thimble for every time you use it.
Yeah. It'll last you forever.
I'll be in my 90s, still turning. I won't even be halfway through it. Right, take that in and wash that out. Right, so just quickly dry that off, and then I'm just going to put some shiny stuff over the top of that, really.
If you've got that little carbide burr to hand, we could show it to the hobby turner there.
There it is. You see it?
There's the very thing. That's what Steve used for the pie crust.
It's a little like pear drop shape.
Flame it's called, apparently.
Is it?
Flame burr, according to Mike at Dances with Hardworks.
Oh, it is flame. You're right. Look, flame. Flame. Yep, that is right.
Rob says he believes Mark is going to sell each grit in metre lengths. How interesting. Now, to get them on my laser, I need 36 centimetres at a time. So metre length wouldn't really do. I'd need to be buying it in 5 or 10 metre lengths. 5 metres probably enough to begin with.
Right, so.
Barry's Wood Creation says, Steve, it was my pleasure, mate. Great demo last night.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. It was a good night. Good crowd. Well interaction. Really good night. Oh, that's a vibrant colour in it. Let's go for that. What about that colour? Look at that.
Oh, lovely. The hobby turner says, or similar. Yeah, or similar would be fine, yeah. Any sort of carbide burr.
Yep. Could be a round one.
You could even do that with... You could do a round file if you wanted.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Just going to say that I was.
Oh, good man. Sorry. Right. Stole your thunder there, sorry.
It's all right. I live with Nick. My thunder's been stolen a long time ago.
This is true, of course, I forgot.
Right, so let's try this. Ooh, she's soft. I'm going to dry brush that.
Yeah, it is soft stuff, yeah.
Put a pair of gloves on, I'll dry. I don't know if I can dry brush it, can I?
150 millimeters by 1 meter should give about approximately 50. Well, I on mine, it's the sandpaper I currently use. I get 3 disc wide, just, and 7 long on my laser cutter. There's Mark Mark's just joined. He said, "Hi everyone, Brian. I'll cut to custom length, and I ship to NI and the Republic." Good man, Mark. Thank you. Is that the one that comes with a sponge applicator?
Yeah, it does.
Wonder how effective that would be, just getting it on the tips.
Don't know, we're going to find out when I do the outside.
Good. Frederick D says, must have been a silly question. What silly question? Did I miss a silly question? No such thing as a silly question. Benjamin says, Rob, what do they do with all the offcuts from the cutting of the discs? Do they plant them and grow more abrasive? I think maybe not.
Right. So where's the sponge? Oh. So let's see what it's like on the outside, shall we? If I can get it to stick to the actual sponge, it'd be good.
Boys, dear. Rob just said, Ben, we bin all our offcuts from everything. And I've been told it's just under 0.25 of a ton a day. Quarter of a ton of offcuts binned. Wow.
You should get them to like men's sheds and things like that.
Adam from I Love Woodturning is in, and he's got a question. He says, "Why?" Question was, "Why gesso and not acrylic paint?"
Because gesso dries quicker, I think.
Well, it does, far quicker. What was Frederick Day's question? He says it must have been a silly question. Sorry, I don't see a question from Frederick. I hate people thinking to ask a silly question because there is no such thing.
No, it's not. You don't know unless you ask.
I can't see Frederick's question. I hope I haven't offended him in some way by missing the question. That's not why you're here. It was Frederick's question. Oh, that was Frederick's question. Question was, why gesso and not acrylic paint?
Because
Thanks, Adam. I missed that question.
Gesso dries a lot quicker. Gesso dries within seconds a bit. If you don't put it on too thick, gesso will dry within seconds.
It does. Acrylic paint can take, depending on how good the paint is, it can take a while.
Yeah. So we'll just give that a few seconds to dry. Got a good mind to go over that with another colour over the top of that. Whoa. A gold or something. Question is, oh, I've got a gold.
You have, yeah. Should have. You have a silver as well.
Have I?
Should have a silver as well, yeah.
Oh,
Should have.
So how long do they take to dry? That's the question.
I don't know. Haven't played with them much yet.
They take longer than the rainbow waxes to dry, that's for sure.
Oh, that's a good thing, in my opinion. That's why I couldn't get on with the rainbow waxes. I couldn't get them to stay workable enough for long enough. And Barry says, sorry guys, have to go. Been a long day and early start tomorrow. Busy weekend ahead. Night all.
See
you have
that,
a great weekend, Barry.
Have a good time.
Benjamin says, Emma will live this piece. I think means loves this piece. She will, all the purple. Emma likes purple. Just so you notice. But like I like red. Oh, Colin from Turn Links will be pleased to hear that the red lid has been modified.
The red lid?
He'll know what I mean. Yeah, he'll know what I mean. And you'll see the picture shortly.
All right.
Because I'll be sending them to you.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is gold. Oh, she's wet. So just a little bit of gold.
Rob from Kingsford, this never fails to amaze me, guys. Rob has just said, Roy, I've given up on my local men's shed as I have tried several times to donate stuff and they say no. What is wrong with people?
I know.
You know, unbelievable.
I think it depends on the organizer, the people who organise it as well.
Oops, Hobby Turner says, I'm looking at all the things you're using. It's my birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Present ideas were shot this year. Have a big round number birthday last year. Oh, no.
What, 80? You don't look 80, Andy. Andrew?
Is that,
Or Adrian,
is that Is that a birthday with a zero in the end? Is that one of them?
I wouldn't say he was 80.
As long as it hasn't got 2 zeros on it, you're still grand. Robert Botwood wants to know where you got the colours from.
They are from a company called Crafty Arts. Is that right?
Crafty Arts. Yes, that's correct. I get it. I will look up the link.
Right, that's it. As far as we're going to go, a little bit of gold, a little bit of purple, just to give it a little bit of bling.
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 So we'll just let that dry off a little bit, and then we can just clean up that black line.
Here you go, my friends. This is the place that we bought the waxes, those embellishing type waxy things, or whatever you call them. There.
They're actually called metallic gilding polishers.
That's what they are.
Metallic gilding polish. And they come with a nice little sponge on the top as an applicator. And they're very similar to the rainbow waxes. Very similar. That one's a bit hard. I got to mix that one up. But they're water based again, so you can add a little bit of water to them to soften them up if you need to.
Question from Alex. He says, "Is that a Finlon micromotor?" I don't think it is Finlon, is it?
Strong drill. No. It's got wood. I'll bring it on the screen and show you. It's got Wood Arts. Yeah. Wood Arts products. And obviously their website and their phone number. And it's called a GJG 800.
That's the top of the range one.
Yep. Good tool. Very good tool.
Very good. I have the one below that. It's not as expensive as that one. And it's just every bit as good a tool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only difference is the speed, isn't it?
Yep. That one does 45,000 revs or something, or 48,000, and mine does 45 or something like that. Yeah, that's not it.
And the thing I like about it is absolutely, you can't hear it. It's so quiet. It's just like a little, like a dentist drill. That's all you can hear.
Is it Wood Art Supplies you call them people?
Wood Art. No, Wood Art Products.
Wood Art Products. Wood Art Products. Stowmarket. That's them. That's the one.
That's obviously why he was there last night then, because he lives local.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I'm just going to use a little 10mm bowl gouge just to try and clean this line up without doing any critical damage. So here goes.
Pete's saying, just saying, I like that. That's compliment indeed coming from Pete of the Twisted Trees.
Certainly is.
Because he doesn't like colours very much.
The wood god of the south.
So there's the link for Wood Art Products. You'll find everything you need in there, Alex. There's 3 or 4 of those different style micromotor things. But they're not what you would call cheap. But they're not overly expensive either.
Well,
Lord Wilson's in all the way from the west coast of Arizona.
Oh, what are you doing? The thing is, if you buy it, it's going to last, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If you buy it, it'll last.
Yep. Buy it and look after it, it'll last forever. And if you do happen to go a bit hard with it, it has a cut-out switch and it cuts itself out. But beware if you're using it, the carbides can get rather hot.
Yes.
Particularly the old metal ones, not like that one that Steve was using. This little spiky dude. But some of the cheaper carbides will get really hot. And the little drills will get really hot as well for doing piercing work. Lucy's in. Hi, Lucy of the Bundy Row. Welcome along, pet.
Just a little tiny bit there. What's going on? Let's get the scrape right.
Matthew Lawrence has just joined us. Good evening, Matthew.
Hi, Matthew. How you doing, bud?
Blinksplorer, if you get a piece of metal or something similar stuck in your eye, is there a you use a 0.25 bar to get it out? I have video. You use a 0.25 millimeter bar to get it out. Why is it there? I don't really want that video, Rob. Thanks. All the same.
Right, just quickly get
What is this
set
that
up.
Roy's put in now? Craftyarts.co.uk. Cosmic colours.
Yep.
Ah, there you go. Cosmic shimmer opal polish. Yeah. That's not the price I paid for them. And I don't think that is that opal polish. I don't think that's what I've got.
No, we got gild. We got gild.
Scalding creams I've got.
Got metallic
Not
gilding
opal colour.
creams, and then the other one's a gilder's kiss. Glitter kiss.
That's right.
Glitter kiss, yeah.
Yeah. Glitter kiss, that's it. That's the ones I've got. Roy the boy says that's the polish. Well, the one Steve uses a polish too. Oh, John Woodturn's got to go. He's up at 5 a.m. tomorrow to get to Yandles.
See that, mate.
Take it easy. Have a great weekend. Lucy says we're all in the car going home. Home from where? Have you been out having a feed somewhere? See, out to the pub. Out to the pub with Susie, I would think.
All right, let's just quickly get this sanded up.
Mark at Turnigan Krafts is asking Mark, is he doing a demo at Yandles tomorrow? I don't know, are they? Not what's there's Roy put the cosmic colours in again. Glitter kiss he's put in. Cosmic glitter, metal kiss, gilding polish. Yeah, it's a polish, gilding polish. There are loads of them. Now from £3.99. Some of them are actually not in stock, I noticed. Andy messaged me. Andy. Oh, creative maker. Oh, right, okay. Oh no, there's that. So, just, do you mind if I just kind of do a little promotion for Andy AGK Woodworks there?
No, mate, knock yourself out.
Didn't think you would, but I just felt I should ask. So, Andy of AGK Woodworks, if you already don't know, is actually on the Makers Podcast thing. Forget me, Creative Makers Podcast. He's being interviewed or interrogated or something. Interrogated probably. And there's the link for it, guys.
When's that, tonight or tomorrow?
Oh, it's let me see. Creative Makers Podcast. It was streamed 1 day ago. It's on early hours of the morning, isn't it? It's
I don't know.
strange time. It's geared towards the American audience, I think.
All right.
Creative Makers Podcast, EP-19, Andrew at AGK Woodworks. So he was grilled within an inch of his life, I think. And what we got there, mate? Mark says it's no, Mark, it's AWGB duties tomorrow. No demonstration. Rob says, Lucy, I should be there at 11ish, depending on when your daughter turns up to sit with the wife. Oh, okay. She handles tomorrow, I take it. What else we got? I thought I missed here. Rob says, okay, Lucy, so the plan is we walk up to Mark and start shouting, where's the coffee and cake? Quite right too. I would give him a hard time. Why not?
All right, a little bit of wax. I think we're finished.
A little bit of wax. What we're going to use for wax?
Hampshire Sheen high gloss, just because that's that middle bit.
And Benjamin says he likes the palm tree. If your palm tree's a £10 addition to that bowl. Andrew from Wifey Wood says, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow then, Rob. I'll get the coffees. Oh, very good. It's a bit far to take a trip to Yandles for me, I'm afraid. So I won't see you tomorrow. Desperately trying to figure out how far behind YouTube is on the live that's going out.
Usually about 10, 15 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, it's far. I think it's more than that today.
All right, so there we go. That's as far as we're going to go.
Because I'm still looking at YouTube and I can see you using a scraper. That was a while ago.
So there it is. A little bit of gold, a little bit of purple. Blue on the back with a little bit of white embellishing wax. Nearly got rid of the crack, so you can't really see that.
Nearly, yeah.
So yeah.
Trouble with that embellishing wax is it shows up every little.
Yeah, there's a little crack in there, hairline crack in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of little cracks across there as well, but not the best finished line along there. If I'd had a bit more time, I'd have made that a bit more better along there. But it is what
nice
it is.
little project. I like it. Yeah, I like that.
I've got to take this smock off. I'm sweating.
I love that bowl behind you.
Who?
The little bowl that's on your table, on your bench, next to your gouges.
Well, this one?
No. Yeah, I love that. It's a beautiful thing. I need to try one of them myself tomorrow.
A Harlequin?
Harlequin bowl, that's what it was called. I couldn't remember the name of it there.
Let's turn that light off, I think. Let's turn them lights off.
Rob from Klingspear says that blue's amazing.
Blue? What blue? Oh, on the back off.
Yeah. Oh, Martin Saban Sith is in. Good evening, Martin.
Hello, Martin. How the devil are you? How's your holiday going, bud?
Is he not home yet?
Oh, I think he's still in the States at the minute, isn't he?
I don't know.
So, blue on the back. Oh, I'm sorry.
William Kenny says that looks savage, Steve.
Savage.
Savage in Ireland is extremely good.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you, William. So, just sky blue on the back, bit of texture and with a bit of embellishing wax. And then the idea of the guy who did the demonstration at the club last month was the idea was a bit of texturing and a bit of, he actually used the same waxes and that as what I've used. That's why I bought them. Plus they was half price. They was about £3 each. So that's why I bought them.
They were, yeah.
So I just wanted to try them really. So it's like the one I used was a purple. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's there's no name on it. Oh, it's on the bottom, is it? Antique Rose Kiss. Antique Rose Kiss was that one. Was the purple, and then the other one I used was Sahara Gold Kiss. So I think the Kiss ones are the ones with a bit of glitter and a bit of.
Yeah.
And then the flat colours, like the greens and that, they're just called. That's called Green Dragon Gilding Polish. So that's just like a green paste. So.
So currently Martin is sitting in Dallas Airport waiting for their flight home.
Ah.
And he says that inside of that bowl looks terrific, Steve.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So just basically, I was just trying to do a piece ready for next Wednesday because it's our club meeting next Wednesday. Yeah. And I wanted just to show that I was inspired by the gentleman who'd done the demonstration. So it's not the best, but It's all right. It's just basically the same as what he did. Bit of texture around the corner or around the edge, and then just a little bit in the middle. His was a little bit less proud as that. Mine's quite prominent. But yeah, just a little bowl. Something simple, something easy, something with a little bit of several different techniques, and you've got texture in, you've got colour in. It's nice just to have a play. So.
And the Hobby Turner says, question, Steve, have you ever tried the Mr. Farini's ribbon bowl?
No, but
Same technique, isn't it?
yeah, very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you guys have seen Stuart's video from this week. He was trying out a new airbrush, so I was watching it, and I thought I'm going to have a play with some. I've never ever airbrushed over templates or stencils, or whatever you call them. So I done some crazy designs on the laser engraver and cut them out on some card and came up with these. That's the first one. And then I came up with this one as well.
Yeah, nice.
So these are with the carnival colours. So nice vibrant colours. They're just plain. They've got nothing over the top of them. So they would go a little bit brighter if they were sealed in. But yeah, that's what I've been playing with. I have done a short video that I'm in the process of editing, just to show you how I did that and the different templates that I made. But again, it's like anything. It's just about having a go, getting some cardboard, cutting some rough shapes on it, and just having a go. And it's actually inspired me to do that after I did the Harlequin bowl. Because, like I said, I've never really messed around with an airbrush through doing fancy bits. But to be honest, once I've done that, it really inspired me to have a go at something different. So,
good job.
But yeah, it's good.
Robert Klingspor says, is a question, is that bowl ready for use, or do you have to let it cure?
Which one?
The one you've just done.
That's all dry. That's
dry now.
It's Hampshire Sheen wax in there, so that's dry. This is all dry. So it's not really a usable piece. It's more of a decorative piece than usable. I won't want to eat my cornflakes out of it. It might be a little bit glittery.
It might be, yeah.
But it's about having
more a decorative piece.
Yeah, it's more decorative than functional, to be honest. And I thought the guy who did the demo last month, he just left the bottom of his bowl natural. But you know me, I like a bit of colour, I like a bit of texture, so that's why I did it like that. But yeah, I like them. I do. Go on, sorry.
Roy the boy says, show us the new tool holder, Steve.
Okay, where is it? Here it is.
This will be the Pro Edge holder.
Let me just blow the dust.
Accessory holder.
Let me just blow the dust off of it. So there it is. There's the new Pro Edge holder. So it holds all your accessories that you get with your Pro Edge. Adjustment bars, Allen key, the gouge holder, the work table, the V-block, and the triangle. Can be wall mounted, or I ain't going to tip that one up because of all the bits of all that. Or we've put a screw in the bottom of it. So if you need to, I was surprised how steady it is on the bench. Once it's got everything in it, is sturdy. But Brian and I was talking about it, and we came up with the idea of putting a hole straight in the bottom of the V-block. So if you do need to fix it to a bench, then you can, or you can wall mount it through the 2 screws in the wall. So yeah, they're up for sale now on the Made Me store. I promised people they would be up for sale from today, so they are up today. So if people want them, go over and purchase. Like I say, they're good. I like them, and it keeps everything together. How often do you put it in a drawer and spend 5 minutes looking for the bits? So
I keep mine in the drawer.
You won't do now, mate.
I know, it's a bit of a nuisance.
So yeah, good. Right, let's bring Brian back quickly.
So Colin Izzard said it's a very nice bowl. Good night, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Lucy says, catch you later, guys. We have sleepy children to get to bed. Good job.
So Martin's on his way home. Have a good trip home, Martin.
Yes, yeah. Have a good flight, Martin.
That's gone quick, isn't it? The time he's been over there. Don't time fly.
Yeah, does. Just disappears.
Right, so
what date are we on today?
The 8th of the month.
It's the 8th already. It's the first week of September gone.
Yep, certainly is. Right, so I won't be here Sunday because I am reffing for the East Anglian Shooting Ground.
Oh, yes, we are, yeah.
So I don't know if anybody wants to cover it, but if not, I will put a video up for it. I've got a video I can chuck up. Other than that, I will be back the following Friday. No, it's not a special guest there. No, it's not special guest. I will be back the following Friday, and then we should be good for the Sunday after because it should be every other Sunday that I have to do the reffing. So,
All right, okay.
So we should be good. So
we have the special guest here one coming up, though, haven't we?
22nd of September.
And it is
Stuart Farini.
Stuart the Farinis.
Mr. Farini is coming back.
Yep. Excellent.
We get some, we got several really good guests that we like to get back because they are really good guests. You know what I mean? And it's nice. It's nice to have some. It is, and we've got some new ones coming in. I think October we got Cindy.
Yep. Cindy Rosda.
I think September, October, November. I think we have. I don't want to lie to you. I can't think of. It's either Andy Pickard or I can't remember who it is. No, I can't remember. But anyway, you'll find out when you're in the near future.
Martin says it's been an awesome nearly 3 weeks. We'll be posting a couple of videos in a week or two. Good looking bow, Steve. Good to hear some English practice and Scottish accents.
Ooh, that's good to have you
back, the cheek of you, Mr. Martin.
Oh yeah. Kit Rob from Kingsport. Rob's putting their coughs thing. The trouble is, I'm now working on next year's program, so I've got people for next year already in my head. So I didn't want to say anything just in case that weren't. But anyway, so we have Andy Pickard and Rob from Kingsport. I think Rob is in November, if I remember right. I think Andy's in December. If that's right or not, I don't know. But anyway, they're the two guys we got on. And like I say, we've got Cindy. Haven't had Cindy on before, so I'm looking forward to having Cindy on. And then obviously, as always, Stuart. Stuart's always a great,
it's good.
A great air where I'm a special guest to have on.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I'm working on next year's program now. So hopefully, we'll have some new people for you for next year as well, which will be good.
Good.
Right. So, just put this back in the cupboard before I knock it over.
Susan has just said thanks for the great demo, Steve.
You're welcome, Susan. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Susan, for coming.
I actually met a lady came up to me last night and said to me, I watch you on YouTube. I'm like, oh, do you? You don't know where to put yourself when people say that, do you?
Yeah, you do.
No. I said, oh, thank you very much. Didn't really know what to say, but it was nice to meet her, and she was a lovely lady. Right, so with that, we shall knock it on the head. So thank you, everybody, for coming over and joining us. As always, if you've taken part in the hashtag week, wherever my piece is, chucked over here. So your hashtag, oh, look, it's cracked. So it's hashtag Oriental inspired piece. I was going to do bowl, but I thought that just closes it down to bowl. So piece, it's Oriental inspired piece. So this was mine. Not the best piece of wood, but it's cracked there. You can see where it's been drying out. It's cracked there. So I might see if I can run some super glue down that. But like I say, it's about your interpretations of being an Oriental inspired piece. So if you want to take part, please get your pictures over to me by the 15th, which is a week today. And then I can add them to the montage for the Sunday lunchtime live, and we can see everybody's work. Has some really nice pieces in at the moment, so please keep them coming. And I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. It's always nice to see fresh new ideas coming in. So,
yes.
Other than that, we're going to go. So thank you very much. Thank you, Brian, as always.
You're welcome.
So we will see you on the next time. So take care. Oh, you're live Monday, Brian?
I will be live on Monday evening, yes.
And Terry Sunday?
As far as I know, Terry's on Sunday night, yeah.
Right, okay. Right, so Terry's on Sunday, Brian's on Monday. I won't be here Sunday, but if nobody wants to cover for me, then I will put a video up for Sunday. It's only a short video, but we'll put a video up.
Put a video up. I can't cover Sunday because I've got other things to do Sunday. So if you put a video up,
I'll put a short video up then.
Yeah, do that.
Right, guys, have a great week, or weekend, shall I say. Take care, speak to you soon, and see you later. Bye. Thanks for coming over. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
That's all, folks.